So we're here today with Khial, who's brought his supercharged Gen 1 booster over for some dyno work. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Good stuff. So do you want to tell us a little bit about the kit that you've fitted to this Hayabusa? So it's the TTS Performance supercharger kit.
Yeah, so it's the Gen 1 Hayabusa Stage 3, I believe, kit. It made around 300 horse on the last dyno session. Just bringing it down today to have a little bit of a look at the tune and so, and make sure it's all running as it should.
Good stuff. Obviously it's a lovely looking bike. It's a lot of black going on with this.
Yeah.
Do you want to sort of talk me through the build process of when you got it, and obviously you installed it all yourself?
Yeah, so I actually wanted a Hayabusa since I was about yay big. I've always liked the Gen 3, always liked the look of how sleek it is. I was saying this morning, it's very much like Marmite, you either love or hate the way the booster looks, but yeah. I love it. I think it's always looked like a sort of stealth fighter, almost like military grade equipment. About the looks on there, I've gone for a satin black. I've gone for an 8-inch over Roaring Toys swing arm. It's got Olin suspension, other trick bits like Gillies rear sets, quick shifter, bits and pieces like that. I know on a lot of these things they like to trick them out and put a lot of chrome and so on there, but I wanted to try and keep it looking almost like just tasteful mods, little bits and pieces from factory, not too out there. You'd almost miss the supercharger kit if you glanced over it quickly. That's what I wanted to go for.
Until you properly open it up, and then somebody will soon find out.
Oh yeah, don't have to go.
So it's predominantly a road bike, but you also take it to Santa Pod?
Yeah, the idea was street and strip. Didn't want it to be too aggressive for the road. That was the whole point of supercharging. I wanted that linear power, but yeah, absolutely, it was built for a little bit of Santa Pod and a little bit of straight line, but also a bit of road abuse as well.
Good stuff.
That's the idea.
Just describe what it's like when you properly open it up with that amount of power.
When you start to lean into the throttle, you start feeling the pushback, and as you got to be committed. As soon as you start to roll it on properly, it really is sort of crazy. The RPMs climb rapidly, and you just see the needle almost linearly sweep round. 180 is where that clocks out, and quite often you just see it all the way off. Incredible.
Yeah, so you've got 170 foot-pound of torque, 320 horsepower. Quite a nice curve. So everywhere from 100% throttle right down to 0 throttle angle, we've mapped all the way through. We could spend 2 or 3 days on it, just fine-tuning, but at the end of the day, it runs sweet where it is, and if the air-fuel ratio on lighter throttle angles varies by half, 3/4 of a ratio, you're not seeing any difference in power. But if I give you a bill for £2,000 worth of dyno work, you're not going to be happy.
Yeah,
so it's a compromise between what's nicely acceptable and the real world of running down the road.
Absolutely. Yep.
So, you know, I think it's a pretty good job, and we've done that in a couple of hours, including changing the fuel pressure and sorting out your fuel issues.
Yep.
So that's pretty good.